Hey, my name's Patty with Community Businesses, and I thought it would be super fun today to celebrate Cinco de Mayo with Stacie, founder of Cassavaberry. She sells prepackaged mixes for tortillas and cookies and brownies and all-purpose flour. And let's see if we can get her on here. Okay, let's see. Give me a minute while I see you, Stacie. I just have to get you on. Hi, Stacie. I'm a little impatient with the join thing, so.
That's okay. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to join myself or wait for you. I've not
Yeah,
done that
yeah.
before.
Oh, well, it's good to meet you. I even have like my old stomping grounds Chevy's hat. They used to give these out at this local restaurant when it was your birthday, you'd go there. But anyway, it was fun.
That's fun.
Yeah. So, kind of what led you to creating Cassava Berry? I read about your health issues, about your breast implants, and so is that what led you to find kind of alternatives to eating all the foods that we love?
Yeah, I
Right.
was on a healing journey. I got my breast implants in 2004, and I started having digestive issues, but I didn't correlate those two, being connected. And
How
I
long
thought,
did that take to start getting those issues? Did it take?
it seemed like right away. I got them in the spring,
Oh,
and
wow.
then by December, I was going gluten free, and that wasn't a thing to do during that time. And so I
Yeah.
was just trying different ways of eating and learning new things. I was not in a health space and did not have the knowledge that I have today. So I was just trying different things, thinking it's something that I'm doing. And then I eventually went to a gastroenterologist, and they said, "Oh, it's IBS. Here's some medication." No, I don't think so. That's not going to
Yeah.
help. So I just kept learning new things, learning about GMOs and artificial flavors and colors. And I was doing childcare. I had a childcare business in my home, and my littlest was like 2, and I saw the effects of colors on his, personality and
Oh,
uh, behavior. So, I took those out and just, making things from scratch, and then learning about the wheat, the GMO, and getting on GMO, learning and adding a piece here and there that I would learn to try to feel better. And then, like, fast forward to 2016, my friend asked me if I thought about getting my toxins levels checked. And I said, no. She goes, I have breast implants. I was like, me too. I didn't even think twice about them. And she told me about breast implant illness. And I looked it up, and I was like, oh my gosh, I wonder if that's going on. And so I was like, I think one's leaking. I never paid attention to them after I got them. And sure enough, when I did get them out, it was
there was a.
significantly less. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. So
Yeah.
did your friend remove hers as well, or does she still have
I,
hers?
I believe she did. Yeah, she did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I felt better right away, but there's still stuff. So just still trying things and different ways of eating. And then it happened to be this one year. And I closed my childcare business, and I was teaching preschool, and I was getting sick a lot. I was getting strep a lot and different things. And this particular year, I had, I forget what it was called, throwing up diarrhea. I forget what it was called. But anyway, and then my husband brought home the flu, and I had heard about the acne, the medical medium acne video, and I watched that. And then somebody else, our friend asked twice, have you read the medical medium book, the first one? And she asked me that twice, and I thought, okay, that's a sign. So
Yeah.
here I am in bed, sick with the flu, reading. I couldn't get the first book from the library, so I got the second one, the foods book. So I was reading that and learning about it, and I thought, oh my gosh, this resonates with my soul. I could just feel like this is it. So I cut out eggs right away. And before I was eating a lot of meat and eggs because I had gotten muscle testing, and they said, you need to eat low sugar. And I was questioning gluten, and I knew dairy and all these things. I was like, well, what can I eat? So I came across paleo in 2012. So just heavily got into that. And I think that made me sicker, honestly, because as soon as I took eggs out, that was like huge.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So yeah. So anyway, so eating, plant-based. I went plant-based, and cold winters in Colorado, salads were extremely cold. So I wanted to
Yeah.
recreate recipes, and some friends said you should write a recipe ebook. So I was working on that, and just slowly. And then I thought, well, I want to help people more, do more things. I just don't want to have a one-time book. I want to, create something. So I thought, well, I could create my tortillas. And I was like, well, that's a lot of work to make tortillas in my home kitchen under the Cottage Food Act in Colorado, which enables you to make shelf-stable products and sell them. So I thought, well, what if I came up with a mix? So I came up with this mix while trying to finish my ebook. And then my husband and I brainstormed, well, what other kind of mixes can I make? And then that's it. And it's almost 4 years.
Wow. And how long did it take you to figure out how to make a good tortilla? I mean, you're probably like, you have to change all your diet. You have a family, and you have to, appease everybody in the family, right? When you change out. Um, yeah, did that take a while to figure out like a good mix? I know you don't want to give away like all of your ingredient stuff, but like, did it take a while to figure out? Did you have to keep trying and trying and trying? And
Not too bad on that one. It was my all-purpose mix that took a really long time for that one. That one
yeah,
started out as a um, pancake waffle mix, and that one took me over 70 times to get right without the grains or the eggs. So the pancake wasn't gooey.
yeah, wow, that's a lot of eating the food, right? Like all the testing. Yeah,
Yeah, we ate a lot of crappy pancakes.
yeah, right, right. Oh my gosh. So, let's see what else were we going to talk about. Like, I had questions about like, I know recently I think recently as like in last fall, you got and found a facility to package everything up. That has to be so exciting.
That was super exciting. So I
Yeah.
got my I got my pre-printed bags before I was doing the craft bags with the labels, and
Yeah.
I won a grant to get pre-printed packaging for the designer to design it for me. And then with the Cottage Food Act, making it in my home kitchen, I couldn't ship out of state. And I really wanted to ship out of state to reach more of my target audience. So I
Yeah.
could either rent a kitchen and make it myself, or I could hire somebody to make it. So by the time I went there and paid monthly rent, and I looked at the cost of that for a year, or paid the co-packer, gave him this
Mhm.
number, it was like the same amount, and I was able to buy back my time.
Yeah. Plus, you're saving your own time, right? Because you're everything, right? You're the marketing, you're the everything. So that is so exciting. I mean, I'm just so kind of floored. I've never known anybody like to create, come up with an idea and actually go through all of the steps to finally get it in stores and, out of your kitchen. That has to be so exciting for you. Wow. So where was your first, I know you do like a lot of farmers markets, and
Yeah.
I think you're in some stores now, right? Yeah.
Um,
So
I was in,
you want to
I'm
talk a little
in,
about that?
yeah, I'm in Cultivate Kitchen, which is a meal prep company. And now I'm able to sell wholesale, whereas before, when I was cottage food, I could not sell wholesale to stores. So now I have the option and bigger reach to be able to do that.
Yeah, that's exciting. I know somebody on Facebook was asking about if you sell to Europe and if you were going to do that. Do you see that like in the future
Yeah,
as,
I,
expanding outside of the United States?
I'm definitely interested in that because I know a lot of the medical medium community here loves my mixes. And so if I could
Hmm.
reach more of them in Europe, that would be amazing.
Yeah, I know you have to like learn a lot about all the laws and everything, and you are how you do it all by yourself, like figuring all of this out. But yeah, I mean, you can't just like go, start selling somewhere, right? You have to have all of the legal things complete and figured out.
Yeah, it
You
would be a
probably you
lot.
probably work you probably work 24/7, don't you? It's just trying to manage everything.
Yeah, it is a lot.
Yeah. Does your family get involved at all to help you with anything, any marketing or like any little task? I feel like, if you have kids, that they would probably love to kind of help you with that kind of thing.
My kids are grown. They're out of the house. They've been out of the
Oh,
house
okay.
for a long time. But when my son did come home a couple years ago, he wanted to come to a market with me.
Yeah. Oh, how
Yeah.
nice.
And
Yeah,
they,
that's so
they
cool.
tell their friends and coworkers about me. So they spread the word.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah, they're really supportive.
I know that we were going to talk about Cinco de Mayo's tomorrow, and if how easy it is just to take your package mix and make a tortilla, and you were going to demonstrate a little bit. Are you ready to do that, or did you want to talk a little bit more?
No, I am warming up my water right now. I forgot to pour it in the
Okay.
pan. I don't do well
Okay.
talking and making. Like my
Multitasking.
husband,
Yeah.
yeah, my husband's not allowed in the kitchen when I produce. So we'll
Yeah.
see how it turns out. Had the water pre-measured, but I forgot to pour it in. So yeah, I'm heating that up right now. I'm excited to demonstrate. So yeah, it's right here.
And we have to mention this is all medical medium friendly mixes. I know that's always a big question. What's
I'm
in the
sorry.
mixes? Is it all compliant with medical medium? And yes, right?
Yes, there is chocolate in a couple of them. Chocolate is more popular to the wider audience than carob, but I do
Hmm.
have a carob brownie mix.
Okay.
And then I get questions of, do I have a carob cookie? No, I don't have a separate carob cookie mix, but you can make carob cookies out of the brownie mix.
Oh, I bet you can. Yeah.
So I have
Awesome.
tons of recipes on my website. Like you could make a brookie, you could combine a brownie mix and a cookie mix and put it in the same pan.
Mm, sounds good.
Or like a magic bar or 7-layer bar using the chocolate chip cookie mix as the base.
Mm, nice.
And then my all-purpose mix started out as a pancake waffle mix, and I made so many recipes with it, I changed the name to all-purpose. So you can make banana bread, chocolate cake, carob cake, lemon poppy seed muffins, sheet pancake using a sheet pan. That's fun. Waffles and gravy. And all my recipes are plant-based, no eggs needed, no dairy. What else do I have? Blueberry muffins. I have other ideas, but I haven't had the time to make them yet.
Right, right. You are everything to the company, right?
That's right. I heated up the water. I'm going to pour it into the mix. You can see my mix in there. Just stir it. I don't know if you can see it.
We can see it.
It's kind of hard to stir at this angle, so I'm going to put it down. Just stir it till it's combined. And it'll start to form a dough that's all mixed. And then I let it sit for a minute. I always use my timer. So I'll set that. So yeah, let it sit for a minute. I'm going to get my tortilla press ready. You see it?
Yes, we can see.
My tortilla press ready. My measuring cup, I have on the back to use about 1/3 of a cup of dough. I feel like I'm cutting my head off. At least in the video.
What's so nice about having a premix is you can take it on vacation with you, right?
Oh,
I'm always looking for
absolutely.
things like that because when I go on vacation, I always make sure I have, kitchen amenities. So this would be awesome just to put it in your travel bag and take with you and make delicious tortillas. Like it's my favorite. That was one thing that I really missed a lot when I started medical medium is pizza and tortillas. Yeah. Mm.
I'm glad I can help you out with the tortilla part. So yeah, I just knead it a couple times just to mix the dough together. And then I just take a little bit, put it in my, turned on my griddle, get that warm. About 1/3 of a cup of dough. That way their tortillas are all nice and even in size. And I always peel that top piece of parchment off, put it back on, and then flip it, and then peel this side off. And then set it aside until my griddle is nice and hot. These parchment paper circles are the best. And we're trying to cut your parchment paper to fit your press.
Do you sell those or do you just buy them at the store?
I do sell a press, and then I give 10 parchment paper circles to go with the press.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So, to get you started. Can't believe Cinco de Mayo is tomorrow. Supposed to snow tomorrow night and
Oh, wow.
Wednesday. We're under a winter storm watch. All this winter, the weather's been warm and cold, and then warm and then cold. It's been a crazy year. How about where you
Yeah,
live?
for us too.
Okay. So I just put my hand under it and flip it and lay it on there. I normally do this with gloves so I don't burn my fingers. Let's see how I do. And then I let it cook on the first side for 1 minute.
This is so quick.
Yeah, you can have fresh tortillas, I mean, pretty fast.
What is your best seller for all your mixes?
Overall, it's my tortilla mix.
Hmm. I can
Second
see that.
best.
I can see that. Yeah. What is that big brand? They sold out to Pepsi.
Dietary.
Siete. Yeah. I bought them a few times and then I noticed that they had extra ingredients in there now. So I stopped buying them.
Okay, our 1 minute's up, so I'm gonna flip them and then cook for 3 more minutes on that side. Yeah, a lot of my customers do not like the COT ones that like my tortillas.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good alternative, but they just maybe I cooked them too long. I don't know, but mine never held up very good. So, how many tortillas do you get out of one mix?
9 using the third cup measuring cup.
Mhm.
You get 9. So you can make a little bit thinner tortillas if you use a quarter of a cup in the press. You can press them out a little bit thinner. And then I've got other recipes on my website. So this is my other recipes on my website. You can make with this mix. I have a bunch of wrap recipes like jackfruit cranberry salad instead of chicken cranberry salad. You know, with
Yeah.
the walnuts and the cranberries and the celery. And got an empanada recipe.
Ooh.
As far as tacos, I like to use jackfruit as my meat substitute, or
Mhm.
this is my new favorite. This pumfu, have you had it before?
I have never had that. What does it taste like?
It is pumpkin seed tofu.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so this is the chorizo crumble, and it has pumpkin seeds, water, tapioca starch, tomato paste, apple cider vinegar, molasses, sunflower oil, spices, which is including garlic, ancho, onion, paprika, cumin, smoked paprika, black pepper, and cayenne and sea salt.
And does it look like shredded, I guess, when you open it up? You don't have to open up your package for me, but
So it's a solid mass right now, but you break it up and crumble it, so it kind of
okay.
like
So it's like shredded
yeah,
meat.
like ground beef or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's really fun. We've got 25 seconds to go on that side. And then here in Colorado, green chili is a big thing. So we like to put green chili on our tacos or
Mhm.
burritos, fish burritos.
I like the no avocado pea guacamole that oh what's her name? Girl Gone Wild Blues
Uh-huh.
creates. That's really good.
Is that good? I haven't had that.
Yeah, I made it last week for the first time and I couldn't stop eating it. So,
That's a good thing.
yeah. And then I did the jackfruit thing. And then I did find this recipe from Cook for Me or Cook for free, or no, Cook Me Free. I think it's what her website is. And it just had like different spices that you would cook into your jackfruit. It was really good.
Oh, yum. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Tofu also has a plain um, pumpkin seed tofu that's just pumpkin seeds. So you could
Yeah.
season it how you wanted to.
Yeah, nice. And where do you buy that?
I get it at natural grocers. I think I've seen it at Sprouts.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, tortillas, they're done. Both of them are done. I'm gonna put
Wow.
some in here.
I know what you're having for lunch.
Yeah, so you wanted to know how, because I came up with Cassavaberry, right?
Yeah. How did you come up with the name?
Yeah,
I can
so
kind of guess, but yeah.
I was trying to come up with brand names, and ultimately I wanted to trademark my brand, and everything I came up with was taken. And so I told my husband, we're just gonna have to make up a word after a couple pages of names and just trying to put words together to make up a word, just driving down the street and just seeing different things and just trying to formulate something in my head. This
Yeah.
name, Cassavaberry, came to me because
Hmm.
I launched with only a tortilla mix when I launched almost 4 years ago. Only had tortilla
Yeah.
mix with cassava flour base. My last name's Berry. It just came to me. So
I think it's perfect. I love it. Mhm.
yeah, it's got that fruit vegetable vibe too, since I'm plant-based. So I'm not only a gluten-free company, I'm a grain-free company. So there's no corn, rice, or
Yeah.
oats, and no dairy, eggs, or soy.
Hmm. So you grown a lot since you when you first started?
Me personally,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah. And I looked back at your Instagram and I was shocked at your hair color, how it has changed and gotten darker.
Oh,
I
has
was,
it?
yeah, I saw it was way back. I mean, it was years ago, but you had one post where you showed your hair from different years. And I'm like, yeah, that your hair really did get darker over those 3 years that you had your pictures in. So that was like very impressive. I've heard that it's kind of hard to reverse that, but I've also seen Colby, one of the Patreon project, chronically ill patrons or receivers. Um, I saw when he got really, really, really sick and his hair turned, I would say it would look like almost orangish, yellowish, and now it's dark.
Wow.
It's like it's unbelievable, right? It's crazy.
Yeah, those
So
food and supplements are healing.
yeah, it's just amazing what all this does to your body, all these toxic chemicals. Um, so is there anything else you want to share about cassava berry? I'm really excited to see what happens for you next.
Yeah, I'm excited too. I have, new opportunities now that I can wholesale.
Mm-hmm.
So I can, look at going into stores, but then there's a cost at going into stores too. There's lots of fees. Might have to pay a shelf fee, like thousands of dollars to get on the shelf. And then stores might only buy from a distributor. So then the distributor, you have to pay them, a percentage. And then
Yeah.
plus the store expects the percentage. And then all those discounts that the brands give, the store doesn't pay those. The
Yeah.
producer pays for those.
Yeah. You're really learning a lot as you go along, right? And grow your business and find out
Mhm.
all these things.
Um,
Yeah.
And the neat thing is working at farmers markets and, becoming friends with all these badass makers, right? I get to learn about all these awesome products and I get to be at a farmers market and shop local all the time, which
Hmm.
is amazing. I did not realize until this winter the chemical fragrance on produce at the stores because I've been buying my produce for so long at markets. I don't know if
Yeah.
you're finding that at the store, that things
I
no longer taste like fragrance.
I also wonder about when the produce is under those sprayers, like what is
Mhm.
really in those sprays? You don't know. And how clean is it? How often are they cleaning that area? Because it's probably recycled water. I don't know, but you got to wonder, is that just water? And is it filtered water? And what else is in the water? I don't know. I always wonder about that.
Yeah, I've heard there's something in it, but I haven't taken time to research that.
But yeah, and you buy organic and they're spraying that on there as well. So I don't know if you would really ever get to the bottom of what's 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 in the sprays if you would ask the store, right? But yeah, I think you're best just to go to the farmer's market and shop, right?
Mhm. And then it was picked like 2 days before the market.
Right. So are you finding that you're getting into small businesses more and the stores?
Honestly, right now I'm connected to a few online retailers.
Hmm.
And the only store that I'm in right now, because I haven't searched out to get into anymore, is the Cultivate Kitchen here at the local business, the meal prep company.
Hmm. I would think that would be probably easier to get into those small mom and pop places than the big stores. Like you were saying, they charge so much just for you to have a shelf, and then all the other expenses along with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely for sure. And I have reached out to some places and haven't heard back. So it's just a trial and error and figuring out things. So on my website, I also have on the on my website. Well, I guess on my website, the QR code will take you to a landing page on my website for other tortilla variations that you can make, like garlic and herb flavored ones, Southwest or green chili, and then I have YouTube videos and a link to the recipes on my website.
Oh, how great. I didn't think about that, making different kind of tortillas.
Mhm.
Nice. Because I've seen some with well, just recipes, like with spinach in it or maybe some peppers or something. But yeah, that is a great idea. I'm so excited for you.
Oh, thank
It's
you.
so exciting to just watch you grow your business, and so happy for you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to share?
Um, like as a vendor in doing farmers markets, we pay a lot of market fees. And so it's always fun to invest in something where the money does good. And that's why, I joined collaboration with you guys and the Patreon project with Emily and Jason going around the country with their music and purchasing advertisement on their banner to support the critically ill. And so they can get food and supplements.
Yeah, thank you so much for being a sponsor.
Yeah.
Is so you're going to be interviewed by Emily sometime? Do
I'm
you
not
know?
sure, honestly.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, I'm excited. Her and Jason.
Are so Oh, they are going to be in Colorado, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. I know. I wish they would come closer to me, but it's like a 5 hour drive, the closest one.
Okay.
But yeah, that'll be so fun. So excited. And you can bring some of your tortillas, right, to the potluck.
Yes. Yes, for
Okay.
sure.
Okay, Stacie, is there anything else that you would want to share?
Um, I don't have anything.
Yeah. Okay. Does anybody have questions? I could check to see if there's any questions. Oh, yeah. Somebody was saying that I think it was when we were talking about the siete. You can get them from Sprouts with the regular ingredients, but if you get them from Costco, which is where I go, they add more. How is that? I don't get that.
I don't get that either. And I've heard that a lot about different products.
That's so
I wonder if
frustrating.
they try to make it cheaper to sell to Costco by changing the ingredients, the different brands.
It just never makes sense to me. They put more ingredients in and then they do. How is that cheaper?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Something nefarious is going on. I don't know. Well, it was fun talking to you, Stacie, and I know you're going to have dinner with your or lunch with your husband now, right?
Yeah,
And eat some tacos. So it's great to meet you and hear your story about
thank
how
you
you
so
got
much.
started and everything.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me on. It's been fun.
Yeah, thank you. Have a great day.
Thanks, you too.
Bye.
Bye.